Sir Alex Ferguson was bigger than football. He was about leadership, team building and winning. Much sought after qualities well beyond the touchline. But he has finally today reached the end of his managerial career, trophy-laden after 26 years in charge here at Manchester United. Irrespective of whatever happened to England, Scotland, Wales or Northern Ireland, Manchester United strode on. He transformed a football club into a brand and his players into millionaires. The club was known from Afghanistan to Zanzibar, his name with it. His qualities are legendary. His mind games, the hairdryer treatment he vented on those who crossed him. His touchline belligerence when decisions went against his team. Our sports correspondent Keme Nzerem reports now from a shocked Manchester.
He's quitting, no, retiring. For nigh on 27 years, Sir Alex Ferguson has been Manchester United. 2013, their 20th league title, the 13th under Sir Alex. The face, the name, known everywhere. Like him or fear him, who dares disrespect him? Everyone's got something to say about Sir Alex. The United legend.
I thought he would retire when he was 90. I thought now he's too young, and now he's gone. His former captain.
He's a very mentally strong person. He's got great determination, but the other side of him, he's got a great football brain, and to keep rebuilding sides like the boss has done over the years, that's what makes him a great manager.
And those who had to play against him.
Well, he was very single-minded, very strong, very determined, very intelligent, and he was given the support.
And the tribute poured in from afar. David Cameron, Ed Miliband, Usain Bolt, Cristiano Ronaldo. In his own words, saying, "The decision to retire is one that I have thought a great deal about and one that I have not taken lightly. It's the right time."
Mata, and it's trundled into the net and Chelsea have the lead.
The most successful manager in British football history gave little hint as he watched United lose at the weekend against Chelsea, assuring in his programme notes there'd be no imminent goodbye. But the goodbye almost certainly started several months ago, losing to Real Madrid in the Champions League. Forget that third European triumph. Not this year, not ever. He'd had enough.
I remember thinking on that night, there was, the look of utter despair on his face. It made you wonder whether that was him thinking, this is my last crack at this, and it's gone.
Gone too, the determination to fight looming boardroom battles. United's current chief executive stepping down this summer, his replacement warning not to expect big money to boost the squad. A summer Ferguson will reportedly spend recovering from a hip replacement. It was too much. Last night, the rumour mill was in overdrive. This was no joke. At the training ground this morning, Fergie really would tell his players this season would be his last. It was time now to indulge his other passion, the races, where his team would gather this afternoon without him.
I thought he was going to go on for another year or two, so yeah, surprised when I heard this morning.
So there's now only one question. Who's next? The outgoing chief executive wants a track record in Europe.
Clearly he's got to have the requisite football experience, both in terms of domestic and European experience, and I think it's a small pool, but we'll move forward.
Which doesn't sound great for the bookies' front runner, David Moyes, whose small budget Everton beat United in an FA Cup semi back in 2009, but has never actually won a trophy. So what of the second favourite, Jose Mourinho, aka the special one, who spoke so warmly of United when he dumped them from the Champions League?
In my opinion, the best team lost.
With Fergie staying on at United as a director, unlikely. For what the club wants now more than anything is stability. Sir Alexander Chapman Ferguson's first day at this quite remarkable office was back in 1986. 38 trophies later. These are big boots to fill, indeed.
Well, Keme Nzerem joins me now with Michael Crick, who wrote the book, The Boss, The Many Sides of Alex Ferguson. We'll explore some of those in a moment. But first, Keme, Mr. Moyes is effectively, it seems, the manager designate. I mean, that's putting it rather strongly, but that's what the bookies are all saying.
the bookies and noises off inside the club, nothing official, but they're very relaxed. One senior place source inside said about this talk of it being Moyes, and I think the interesting thing is what kind of person, given the status of Ferguson as a Uber manager, as a very, very big figure in the establishment there, what kind of figure could possibly exist with Ferguson still there? Yeah. Moyes, a kind of protege almost of Ferguson's, fits that bill.
Now, I mean, the truth is, this is about business, it's about culture, it's about far more than football, isn't it?
Yes, although, I mean, one talks about United being a massive business these days, the prevalence of television and so on. Ferguson actually opposed some of these developments. Ferguson, you've got to remember, comes from a Labour trade union background, very tribal Labour. He was very unhappy about the way in which Sky came to dominate the game, although his son actually worked as a director for Sky. He was very unhappy about the club going public. And so...
he can't be unhappy about his club being worth $3 billion on the New York Stock Exchange.
Well, yeah, but on the other hand, the ability to which he's been able to use that money has been very limited, because what happened was the Glazers came along, bought the club, hugely indebted it, and in fact, since that happened, Ferguson, the purse strings have been rather tightened, so Ferguson doesn't have the financial clout that he might have had. And you've got to remember, United were actually a big, well-supported club before Ferguson came. They just didn't win the trophies. It was Ferguson who reawoke the sleeping giant.
Well, I was driven here by a Liverpool supporter who said, oh, I hope they take Moyes, because they really do regard him.
Well, one half of Liverpool fear him, one half respect him.
Well, he was a Liverpool supporter, you can tell.
Indeed,
he wanted Moyes out of the city.
Indeed, Everton are putting their noisy neighbours into the shade a little bit.
Keme, and for the moment, Michael too. Thank you.